Welcome to Larp Academia, and today we're going to talk about what you get as a level 3 bard. Now before we get into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ding that notification bell. As a level 3 bard, the first purchasing option you get is, is that a per life verbal? That's offensive? I'm in awe, and that's right, it is awe. Now, awe is a command spell that is per life. Someone unable to attack you, use an ability on you, or be within 20 feet of you. And they have to move, unless of course they can't, because they're backed into a corner. And how you do this to really mess people up is that if I cast awe on you, and you're a healer, and you're about 20 feet away, because I finished the spell, I take a step towards you, you're in the middle of your chanting, I almost got my heal spell off. No, you didn't. Move back. Move back. You need to get 20 feet away from me. So fine. They say, I'll charge my resurrect. They charge their resurrect. About 2 charges in, you step forward to them, about 18 feet in, and say, healer, within 20 feet of you, should back away from my greatness. And then they have to interrupt their charge again, and they just don't like it. Awe is also able to be used to control the battlefield so that you can choose where people go. They can go away from you, or if you're trying to fight one-on-one, well, we can't really do this until level 6 because our signature ability as a bard is at level 6. You are then able to peel away people. As a bard, you want to fight one-on-one, or you will when you're actually good. And awe is how you do this. If there are 3 people and you really want to fight one, you can peel away that 6-point warrior, and you can peel away that wizard, so you can kill this scout or whatever, who cares, they're gonna die. So you can choose who you want to fight. And that is not the end of Awe's uses. Awe can actually be combined with another spell to make the most annoying combination in the game. How do you do this? Well, first thing you do, you insult the person. Remember level 1? Insult? Okay, they have to attack you. Can't attack anyone else unless threatened, yada yada, it kind of sucks. So they go to attack you, you make them in awe. Now, as long as you don't attack them to break these effects, they have to attack you, and only you. But they can't, and they can't be within 20 feet of you. So they literally have to sit in a corner for 30 seconds, or get 2 releases, which 2 is a bit much. So they'll just sit in the corner and be like, I can't do anything for 30 seconds. And you can do this an infinite amount of times because it's per life. We have an awesome combo, finally. It only took to level 3. The problem is you need to take insult, you need your armor, and aside from doing that 1 or 2 cool things of just, I made this someone insulted and odd, you then can't do much else. So you need your armor, and you also don't have a free hand for awe to peel people away. So right now it is still a good spell. It's still a good option. It's just not as good as it should be for you as a bard, unfortunately. It is purple though because it's good now. It gets even better later, and it's actually becomes more essential later, and we'll talk about that at level 6. A little bit around combat caster and armor as to why awe is just so good. Now, we talked about a purple spell, so let's talk about absolute garbage, and that is battlefield triage. Now, as a bard, I said that you don't have heal at 2nd level, and the only heal that you have is mend, and that's not entirely true. You have battlefield triage. You can take an enchantment upon yourself, it's per refresh, to have 5 heals, which, seems pretty good at first. Okay, I have 5 heals, but there's a problem. Can't move my legs. They're stopped. If I have this spell on me, I am stopped. So I can have a per refresh to get a heal and then cancel my magic? No, that's not worth it. I would rather just mend or ask someone else. Battlefield Triage has never been worth it. It never will be because of that stopped effect. And as a bard, it's just, why? Why would you ever take this? No bard does. Every bard laughs at this spell for this reason. So it's trash, don't take it. Now, break concentration is really good. We talked about it as a wizard at level 1, they get it per life. Well, at level 2, sorry. As a level 2 wizard, they get it per life. They're able to suppress someone for 10 seconds. It's 1 line. Pretty great. You get it at level 3, it seems like it's awesome. One problem, my dear friend. For us, it is per refresh, which, oh God, that hurts. That really hurts. It really cuts down the usefulness because it's meant to be a per life spell. It's meant to be a quick, haha, all right, I did that, that's kind of cool. And then do whatever you want. And as a bard, if it was per life, it would be so amazing. It would be purple, every bard would take it. But because it's per refresh, I mean, I know many bards who don't take it. I don't usually take it because we're already scrapped on points so much. And you'll see this as we keep leveling, that we just don't have the points. So we can't spend things on stuff like break concentration. And that's why it's an option. You could take 1 or 2 for clutch situations or when you really need to. And it is applicable, but at the same time, it's just not that great, sadly enough. Now, a spell that, well, a meta magic that is really good for you is Extension. In fact, we have a whole archetype dedicated to this meta magic. So Extension is pretty good. It makes your offensive verbals, like 20 feet, be able to be 50 feet. And well, we have an archetype dedicated to this. I'll go into it more at level 6 when we talk about that archetype and why Extension can be just amazing for bards and can make everyone on the other team literally try to come at you and hate you because you are the most annoying person on the field and you are interrupting their healers. You are making everyone's life miserable and everyone just wants you to die. That's what Extension can do. So Extension does have its place, and as a bard we want to be as annoying as we can to our enemies. Not harmful, not like, oh, fear me. It's just, no, we want them to be annoyed at us to the point of, you're not, I just want him dead, or I just want her dead. They just need to die, is really what we want their mental state to get to. And Extension, Extension does that. And it lets you get off so many other spells that are important. So Extension, we'll talk about it more at level 6 and what you can do to make it, yes, it is, to make it definitely worth the purple status. Now, you are finally able to get it, a small shield. You should make sure that it's bardic if you can. A harp, great. You can string it while playing just to annoy enemies, but whatever you want. A small shield, though, is really good. Why? We talked about how before you had 2 swords. Oh, that's great. Problem: projectiles, arrows. Anything an arrow hits, you're going to have to mend. Projectiles, hard to block. Spell balls like force bolts, they destroy you. The first level spell destroys you. And a first level wizard is pretty much your bane. Until you finally get this, oh my goodness, this amazing small shield. Small shield makes it so that you have to use mend less, which is why shields are almost required by bards. Shields, well, they're also very hard to destroy, so shields are wonderful. The only problem is that it is a small coverage, it's not the best, and I would recommend having a punch for a small shield, but you could theoretically have a strap. Punches are much better for smalls though. So small shields, great, awesome. You should definitely get it. And if you can, get a harp or something musical to string and insult your enemies. Now, your last ability is, of course, a song. As a bard, we love our songs. I'll get into some amazing things you can do at level 6 when we have more songs. Well, when we have all our songs to choose from. But Song of Freedom is what gives us a huge array. It makes it so that our fighting capability is improved by a vast amount. And with a small shield, I'm able to literally do this. Even though it's punch, I'm able to do this and then drop it and go. I can say, I think I'm on Quench Waterless, or in quick time, I think I'm on Quench Waterless. Dot clouds, and then you get it. It's very easy with a small shield to transition. It's not as awkward. You still have a thing to block. You could still theoretically attack. I wouldn't recommend it. But you could still block while you get that one line off. And it makes it so that you can switch with songs. And at this point, it's very good because you have Song of Freedom. Now, Song of Freedom makes it so that you are immune to the frozen, stopped, and insubstantial state. It does not make you immune to suppress or stun. However, if you are suppressed while singing a song, just keep singing that song because it's enchantment. If I'm hit with a suppression bolt or a suppression arrow hits my shield, and I'm singing my Song of Freedom, I'll just keep walking, keep going, and keep singing my Song of Freedom because all your songs are enchantments. Now, that kind of takes care of suppression, honestly, or you could get someone else to release you if you need to. And stun is, yes, definitely a bit harder. We'll talk about some tricks to get away from stun, possibly later on. But you, as a bard for Song of Freedom, can have this happen all the time. It also doesn't care about what school. So let's say that a pinning arrow hits your shield, and I'm singing my Song of Freedom. I can keep moving. I don't need to stop when they say, well, pinning arrow, and you say immune, like sorcery, immune, because you're immune to the effect, not the school, which confuses people. You get people who say, well, I have Icy Blast Shatter. My power makes it frozen, my power makes it frozen, my power makes it frozen. Haha, now my power shut, and you just go up and kill them and say, I'm immune. Like, what? No one's immune to Icy Blast. And you can say, well, I am. I'm immune to Icy Blast because of my Song of Freedom. So Song of Freedom has a wide array of uses. It's really good, and it's primarily used for countering stopped and frozen effects, but it can be used to stop insubstantial if someone's trying to command you into the aether. Just I sing in my quench stop clouds and thunder, and you keep going. So Song of Freedom is amazing. It is pretty much one of the best songs you have out there just because of those 3 immunities. And it doesn't cover everything. You will still need to judge, like, should I be singing Song of Freedom or should I not, which makes it not overpowered, but oh my god, it is amazing. So that is what you get as a level 3 bard. Now, my recommendation is, well, obviously, take a nice little small shield, and you're starting to get a little bit of options. Unfortunately, your options are more at your highest tier of magic than lower, like at first level wizard. Oh, I could put more shove sheet weapons or whatever. Like, you are just, hey, I can get all those things that I was debating what necessary item I should have. Should I have songs that'll actually make me do something, or should I have men to make sure I can actually play the game? I don't know. This sucks. Now at level 3, hey, you can kind of take care of that, and you are able to have a shield to make your mend a little bit, well, less frequently used, to save you a little bit, and you have awe. Awe it doesn't really take care of the frequency issue, because again, if you have, let's say, 2 awes and 2 shoves, you get those 4 spells off, and then you're like, ah, crap, I have to start swinging at people. But what they're meant to do is, if you have those extra points and you're putting them into awe or shove, is that they're meant to peel people away. So as a bard, you now have immune to some cool stuff. You are able to preemptively, again, this is preemptively, you can't do it after you're frozen, make it so that you are immune to these states. A great way to do this is, let's say that you see that a warrior is next to a wizard. You say, warrior next to the wizard, I command thee now, I command thee, I command thee, I think I'm on control of stock clouds, and you start moving towards them as this wizard has an ice ball or entangle, or this wizard's icy blast shatter happy. They cast at you, they try to get this spell off, and you say immune, and you just go and you kill them. You have now killed a wizard, and you've really lost a per life verbal, because your songs are unlimited, they're awesome, they're wonderful, and you're actually able to do some cool stuff a little bit, but very limited. And at this point, you're also able to choose, what type of barbarian do I want to be? Do I want to be able to do armor breaking, or do I want to be able to be a little bit better than the resistances, kind of? So, I mean, you can choose the immune to command, or you can choose the immune to the states, which might be a little bit better than barbarians. So, it's all right. You just need to start to get to be aware of your surroundings and figure out which song is better in this situation. And with that, well, that's everything for level 3 bard. I would love to hear your opinions on what you think of a level 3 bard. Do you think that it's not strong enough? Do you think that it needs to get better? Do you think that you're actually able to be a person yet? You kind of are. You're like a level 1 person. You're a human now instead of trash. So what do you think about that? Do you think that it's great? Do you think that it's wonderful? Do you have high hopes in the future for finally getting to this point? I would love to hear your comments in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that you can stay up to date on everything related to LARPing. And with that, keep LARPing.